Bro, Gen Z is suffering so much right now. We were raised and taught that global mindset and that hard work pays off, and we have nothing. I'm unemployed, underemployed for my education level, and cannot afford rent. Guys, let me get a big round of applause for right or effective Tony Gimpy Robbins. What is it that you're seeing from Gen Z that like really concerns you the most, man?
They have no hope. Like Gen Xers or whatever, and millennials, they may not have appreciated what was left to them or all their bullshit, but they had buy-in. Gen Z doesn't have buy-in. They don't believe in the system. They don't care about the system. They want to replace the system. Whatever side of the argument they're on, the system as it stands has to go.
A lot of them, have grown up in this modern school system, like where technology has been said to create more educational opportunities. And I'm bringing that up because are they valid in their concerns that there is no hope for the future?
I guess people can worry. They worry that the Industrial Revolution, they tell us always it's going to end. There's always some naysayer out there saying the world's about to be over. This invention ruined humanity. That invention killed humanity. And here we are having the same argument 100 years later. If any of
there's got to be something different though, because I mean, if we're saying the next generation,
really, they think that they're inheriting something new. They're ill prepared. They're the first generation since the end of the Second World War that's not prepared. That's why. So they don't understand what they're dealing with. They don't get it because they were indoctrinated, not educated. And people can knock whatever the Frankfurt or whatever system of education we built, but it created for a minimum amount of critical thinking. Now they reduce that down to nothing. That yes, okay. It's bad and it's good, right? Did social media ruin the world? Yeah, it did, because we used it for the worst possible thing. The tool is the tool. Did it also improve things? Yeah, like there's all sorts of information transfer that was never available before. There's a level of access to knowledge that we didn't have before.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's nothing new under the sun, right? There's nothing new about these things. Now, maybe the way things are done, the access that we have, but like the fundamental, like the roots of it are the same. Like when there's a new piece of tech, there's something there's a trade-off. There's always a trade-off. Yeah. The question is, why is Gen Z not able to see as a group?
They don't have to work for it, and they didn't have to work for anything to get here, right? Like you're asking, why does Gen Z look at everything hopeless? I'm saying because they're the first ill prepared. Because information can be instantly passed all over the world, the effort to acquire wisdom is reduced down. So now any idiot thinks they're wise because there's no benchmark needed. You just pick up your phone and watch a bunch of YouTube, and you can honestly be relatively well educated on a subject. You might not have context, but you'll have all the talking points. I mean, you've been trained to be indoctrinated, so you just self-indoctrinate yourself with YouTube. We see it all the time.
I mean, you see a lot of Chat GPT experts too, right? Like,
right. That's what I'm saying. These people just go out and they don't even understand. I had a conversation with one of my neighbors walking dogs the other day, and just how I talked about AI versus their experience with AI. They went to work that morning and felt like a superhero because. Again, they don't approach it. They're not critically thinking correctly about it. They don't understand what AI really is. They just are explained that it's something and use it this way, and they have no idea. If you don't really know how to think, you don't know how to deal with LLMs. Yeah, you have to be able to critically think to use them correctly.
Is that kind of like the biggest elements of fear when it comes to AI? Because when you really understand AI, like I see it less of a threat than
it's the greatest tool I ever had, man. It's never going to replace me. I'm sorry, it can't replace me. It's not going to replace anyone on my team. They all use it. Everybody in my company. I have a kid building vibe coding his way to stardom. Now that's the problem, the vibe coding, the black box of it. But real coders in my company, none of it's black box. They all do it longhand write out, and they let Claude code write it, but it's all stored, whatever, right? It's all human in the loop when they do it. But this kid who's a technician manager, because they have a need for a CRM and he knows how to properly use the LLM. He's literally building a comprehensive CRM on his share of daily tokens for the company because it makes his life easier. He's building, but it's only because he can think about it in the abstract way you need to for the layers of what he's doing. If he was dumb as fuck, like most of these kids are, because they're indoctrinated and not educated, I'm sorry, man. Like the excellence is still excellence. They're just making the gap between the good and the bad bigger.
Yeah.
That's not the whole thing is it's how you use the tool. There's always going to be people who are trained to use the tool.
Grand Theft Auto is about to come out. So Grand Theft Auto 6, and it's been like 10 years in the making.
Yeah, I mean, like that.
Yeah, it's been something crazy. Now, Grand Theft Auto is one of those games though that leaves nothing to the imagination, right? So my question is, does gaming help imagination or replace it altogether too? And don't say it depends, man.
But it does. The people who make the games, they use the hell out of their imagination. So there's that just in the nature of how it was created. You have the people who make it, the creators of the world. You're going to ask me about creation in worlds versus escaping in worlds. That's where this is leading. And I'm telling you, man, it's always that duality. Someone has to build the world for someone to escape into it. If you build it and then escape into it, you've both done a good and a bad thing. They're not uniquely, mutually exclusive in any way. Time is linear. You keep moving forward, right? One, then the other. Anyhow.
No, but I think that's important. Like, I think that's important note though, because like it's neither good or bad in that sense, right? It is your approach to it. It is your
intent. Everything in life is intent. That's why personal responsibility is so important, and that's why being indoctrinated instead of educated hurts all these people. At the end of the day, this is my point. Is my biggest concern with Gen Z is because they have no hope, because they have no buy-in, because they don't believe in the system. Why? Because the system didn't teach them it. They taught them how to hate it.